and we'll see the Golden Eagles Offensive Player of the Year. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Golden Eagles and the Patriots on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Golden Eagles of Brooklyn taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed,
hey viewer, how we doing today?
In their victory last week, is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang
Ooh, you might not even have to worry about the. Okay. Ooh-wee. Yes, sir, buddy.
Entire team feeds off of what they do.
Oh, 4-3, okay.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But
Actually, I'm shaking just because I can. Yeah, okay.
They did win the game.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing Jones. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The Patriots send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. This is a pretty good kick. Pulled in at the 24. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
We'll get a nice chunk there of the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to pump the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down.
Come on now, I got to get my X Factor activated. Let's get hooked in here, buddy. Tired of these small runs. I need 10 yards plus. There we go.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24.
Come on now, let's take the run in the end zone. We need
won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because they leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Golden Eagles drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11, counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Gutierrez. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And they will take over 1st and 10.
They probably get about 700 today.
Comes this offense ready for their second drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now he's loose at the 40. And down to the 16-yard line. It's a big play there. Give him 55 yards on the ground. Field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Golden Eagles have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England trying to get to place on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Under pressure, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Bryce Behringer now. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the break off. They partner almost to the point now. It's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's to the 20. Touchdown! A big play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Golden Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. Oh, and this is
no, buddy. Oh, shit.
Bounce here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now.
God damn it, bro. I can't even. Wow. I hate that rule. Suck it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Damn it.
Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments.
Under pressure, they got him again. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again.
Yep.
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken from just outside the 30.
There we go.
An even 60 yards, 6-0. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big, because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Taking it right down Broadway. Off to the races. Inside the 20. And touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Golden Eagles are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Another go around now for the Patriot offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. The Patriots send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he is going to dive to the turf. What a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. Now he's loose at the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Touchdown! A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Golden Eagles have got it on cruise control. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this 1st half.
35, Patriots 2.
The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England's offense set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one's complete to Tomlinson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Back to throw now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Golden Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots ready to get the football back. And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Jones hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he fields it cleanly. So a change of possession here on the punt. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again.
Oh yeah, you definitely got to hit 400 today, buddy.
So far the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
Let's get him 400.
Like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. There he goes, right side. Now look out to the 20. And all the way in for a touchdown.
That's how we do it, baby.
A big play there. 95 yards. And the Golden Eagles are pouring it on. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded just inside the 30.
Actually, I'm going to do this.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure. That is obviously good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Oh, a couple inches. Okay.
This is where I need the color commentator. I'm not sure what to say about that one.
Yeah, you and me both, my man. Let's just let that one go and move on.
Deal. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they... respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So not much time to speak of.
You're getting a second chance, buddy.
As the kicks away.
You're going to get a second chance, homie.
It's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this one is right down the middle.
99 yards.
Extend their lead even further.
All right.
So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. He's riding high again.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where you see the final score there. A.J. Brown, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the dog pound. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Nick Chubb, a touchdown run in the victory. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run.
All right, so
Second and 6.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's to the 20.
So I'm over 500 yards.
Taken into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. 95 yards. And the Golden Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 18-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones under pressure. They got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. The connection made. It's Graham.
Oh my gosh, bro.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 48-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a dump off here complete. He's into space past the 25. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy to the backfield. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Remember, he needed 4 yards, and 4 yards is going to be what he gets as they do convert here on 4th down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Running.
Play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Golden Eagles just continue to roll. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call. Up 4.
Oh, allowed 10 points or less.
As he's on here to put it away.
Okay.
This is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening.
Come on, man. Let me throw the ball, bro.
Because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st down, Brooklyn.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now here's a throw that's complete. He's into space past the 25 and down to the 19-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
2 minutes. That's crazy.
That time a 6-play drive. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Jones on 3rd down. And he is caught. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Jones in trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring
How do you like to hear rush? No interceptions, none whatsoever.
Another try
after
the first down sack. Jones, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long, and he's going to go down again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, it's complete. And some room to maneuver. And they work this out past the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. Looking to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line. It's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but That lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes,
I get him a
it's like they're getting
touchdown.
more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly...
Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown. And the Golden Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England trying to get a place on offense. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Under pressure, and they get to him again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And they work this out past the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. They'll set up to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself,
there he goes left side. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now on his. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
A loss of 7 brings up 2nd and 17 at the 18-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. They'll look to set up his blockers. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, and they're going to start with really terrible field position.
Hey, man, bro.
Possession goes over here on the punt.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 11 yards there, first down.
That's kind of close. Wow.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to throw again. Wide open receiver, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better
No, wait a minute. Nah. A minute wait like that? It took a whole 2 minutes off the clock? Wow.
They just add on to that big lead.
Okay.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England's offense set to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display.
Ooh, homie. That hurts, buddy.
Behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a
all right.
This one is gone. This time is run out on this ball game.
Kept me under 100. Wow. That was a surprise to see him.
So many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL. A lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Brooklyn, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.